Okay, this video will take you through setting up AutoCAD on your computer. You should already have it downloaded, and once you've opened it up, you should get to this screen. We're going to go over here on the left-hand side where it says New, and we're going to create a new drawing. As we go through this, I'm going to try to go as slow as I can, but I'm limited on time, so you may have to pause and go back and rewind this and watch it a couple of times if you miss something. But I'm going to try to do my best to slow things down just so you can follow along. So once you get that drawing opened up, there's a couple of things that you'll notice, and it should look like this probably when you get in there. We've got this grid on the background, and I want to get rid of that grid. We don't ever use it, and it just kind of gets annoying and in the way. So I'm going to click on this grid mode down here. You can also push F7, but that's going to turn the grid off. And you can see I moved this command prompt. Yours is probably floating up here like this. What I like to do is grab these dots and then just drag this down so that it anchors it at the bottom. From time to time, we're going to type in commands, and so that just puts that there where we don't have to worry about it moving. Be very careful in AutoCAD. Make sure you do not touch any of these navigations over here. This will cause you some problems if you get over here and you click on any of this. So just stay away from all this over here on the left hand side. We're going to go now and change some more settings. So I'm going up here to the A, and there's a little drop down next to the A. Click on that drop down and come down here to Options. Okay, Options is going to allow us to change some different things on how this is going to work and how it's going to look. I like to change my theme to light. I just like the light theme better. You don't have to change the theme, but one thing that I do want you to change is your colors down here. We're going to change that color to white, and what that's going to do is give you a white drawing area so that your colors of your lines will show up properly, and they're going to show up better on a white background. This hasn't changed up here, but it will as soon as I tell it apply down below. So now I've got the light color theme, and that's what I'm going to work off of. I'm going to go to User Preferences up here in the middle, and I want to click on Shortcut Menus in Drawing Area if it's not selected, so that I can click on right-click Customization. And what I want to do is click Repeat Last Command, and Enter. Once we have those, we're going to apply and close. We're going to apply this, and we're going to tell it OK. We have some more settings that we need to go work with. So I'm going to come up here to the Annotate tab, click on Annotate, and we're going to come to this little drop down next to Dimension. This is your Dimension Style Manager. So we're going to click on this drop down arrow. It's going to open up this window, and we want to go to Modify. Okay. And I'm going to start over here on lines. I've already been in here, so some of my things are in a little bit different order than yours. But start over here on lines. And my baseline spacing, I want to change this 0.375. Extend beyond dimension lines, this needs to be 0.125. And then my offset from origin is fine. That's a 1/16 of an inch. My symbols and arrows, we're going to change the arrow size 0.125. We're going to change our center mark to a line like this. So make sure you make that a line. Text height is 0.125. And that should be it for that. We go to Fit. We're always going to keep the text between the extension lines, so we're going to select this option here. We go to Primary Units, and we're going to suppress the leading and trailing zeros, and then we're going to tell it OK and close. Those are all the settings for your Dimension Style Manager. I know I went kind of quick. You may have to rewind it and watch that a couple of times, but you should have those settings set up. That's very important that you get those set up properly, or you're going to have some problems down the road. Next thing we're going to go to is leaders. Same thing, we're going to go to the Leader Style Manager, go to Modify, and our text height, we'll just start here in leader format. That's where you're going to be. So our size of our arrowhead is 0.125. Leader structure, we don't change anything there. And then content, we change our text height to 1/8 of an inch again, 0.125. Okay? Those should all be set up. So you shouldn't have any more changes to do with your settings. We can come back to home. And the last thing we got to set up here is your snaps. We'll get to snaps a little bit more detailed later on, but there's a little drop down arrow here next to your snaps. I want you to click on that, and it's going to bring up a list. And these are the 6 that I want you to have selected. You just have to click next to it. It'll put that check mark there. Endpoint, midpoint, center, intersection, extension, and perpendicular. Those are the 6. We'll use some other snaps, but if you get too many, then it becomes really difficult to find what you're looking for. So I'm just going to start with those 6 for now. Last thing we're going to do here is set up our layers. So your layers is basically your alphabet of lines. We're going to create an object layer. We're going to have a center layer and a dimension layer so that when we draw a hidden line, center line, dimension line, whatever it might be, we have a different layer that we can use for that. If you go into Schoology and you go to the AutoCAD setup document and scroll down, there is a list of these layers that you're going to create inside of AutoCAD. So when we come in here, we're going to go on the Home tab. We're going to go to Layer Properties, and you're going to get this little window here. To create a new layer, you're going to click on the New Layer button. It's these 3 layers, these little stacks of paper. Has a little explosion next to it to create a new layer. Just like that. And then we can type in the name. So the first one we have is the border layer. It is going to be white, and I know that my color box next to that is black. They call it white no matter if it's black or white. So if you have a white background like this, it's going to show up black. If you have a black screen like we started with, it's going to show up as white. Just leave it as it is. Black and white is the same thing. It doesn't matter. The only other thing you have to change is your line weight. So under line weight where it says default, we're going to change this to 0.8 millimeters and tell it OK. It's going to match up with what you've got here in this setup document that I've got in Schoology. Okay. Next thing, I'll show you a couple more because there's some different things we've got to do. So we're going to do a construction layer. The color of that is going to be green, and when you choose a color, I want you to choose only from this list here. I don't want to select any of these colors up here. We're going to go number 3, which is green, and tell it OK. Our line weight is going to be thinner. It's going to be what do I have? 0.05, I think is what is on there. Let's tell it OK and go back and double check that. Construction layer is 0.3. It doesn't really matter because it's not going to print, because what we're going to do is this printer here for your construction layer, we're going to click on that and it puts this little red circle next to it. What that does is it sets that layer so that it cannot print. So if you were to print your drawing, everything is going to print except for the ones that are marked not to print. So your construction layer will never print. Line weight really doesn't matter, but we'll set it to 0.30. Okay, another layer. We've got just a basic dimension layer. If I can spell. There we go. We're going to turn the printer back on because I do want to print that. I'm going to change this back to white, which is black, number 7. And dimension layer is 0.3, so we're good there. I also have text, which is very similar. There's really nothing different. We're just going to call that text. I can press enter. We have an object layer. It's going to be blue. Blue is number 5. And it's going to be 0.60 millimeters. Okay, the rest of these are going to require a couple little other changes to them. So let's start with the hidden layer. The hidden layer is red, number 1. And we have to change the line type for this. So I'm going to select continuous. And I have to go down here and load because right now continuous is the only line type option that I have. So we're going to load that. We're going to go down and find the hidden line, hidden layer. There's going to be multiple. You're just going to select the very first one, tell it OK. You have to choose it from the list, tell it OK, and now it changes that to a hidden line. The hidden layer is 0.30, so we're going to select that from our list. And you'll do that with the rest of them. You'll have a center layer. I'm just going to leave it at red. I have to choose this. We have to go load the center layer, the very first one. Select it. Tell it OK. We have a cutting plane. This is going to be white. Number 7. It's going to be a phantom line. So we've got to load a phantom line down in the P's. Choose the first one. Your cutting plane is black, and it is... Well, what happened there? I clicked on load accidentally. And it's going to be heavier, 0.80. There we go. Last one is a phantom line. I don't know that we'll use this much, but we're going to create it so that we've got it just in case. It's going to be blue number 5. It's a phantom line, and the line weight on that is 0.30. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's going to be 10 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 counting the 0 layer. The 0 layer is just a default layer that AutoCAD gives us to get started drawing, but it's not one that we're going to ever use. So we're just going to leave it in the list and continue with what we have here. So once you've got all of these, you can X out of this. They're going to be saved in this drop-down layer now, drop-down list. And in this drop-down list, there's a couple things you can do. You can lock them. You can turn them on and off, which is kind of nice. So let's say I drew something on the object layer and I wanted to turn that off. I can turn that on and off. Sometimes you may accidentally click on that, and if something's not showing up, come check this drop-down list and make sure that the light bulb is still on. If that is turned off like this, your object layer is not going to show up on the screen. So just be aware of that. Other than that, we really don't use any of these other options here. So that is everything that you need to get started. What I want to do next is save this so we don't lose anything. The nice thing about getting everything set up is you only have to do it once, and then once it's there, and as long as it's correct, you don't have to go back and mess with it. If something is not correct, you'll have to go back and make changes, because otherwise you keep making those same mistakes on your drawing. So we're going to go save, and I've already created one, title block, Mr. Carroll. I'm just going to go ahead and replace that. So I want you to call it the title block and then put your name after it, and we're going to tell it yes. So I've got this saved as my title block. Now I'm ready to get started working on drawing number 1.